Admired dictator.
It's called criminal summoning. And the demons who are including San Luis Obispo County Fire Department are group stalking and by maintaining presence in the hotel room, and that's called impossible light activity right there. It has nothing to do with what would be the covered up sun. All right, and it's currently 7:01 p.m. I've already captured the fake sun right over the Motel 6 in alignment to my person through this hotel window, and you have already seen the pattern of this window all over this the floor, all up into the mattress, all up, and you've seen my shadow as I was showing you the impossible light activity stretching into the depths of my room. The San Luis Obispo Fire Department is group stalking, criminal summoning while a means of light activity and crossing a path. That's demonic pacing while in the Motel 6 parking lot driving in the opposite direction. This is what you saw 76 doing while CAL FIRE was pacing in the parking lot at 4 o'clock in the morning. And on the inside, the impossible light activity, you're looking at the same pattern. These are demons, and that's criminal summoning. Everybody's going to federal prison, including the employees of Holiday Inn Express and Suites. The sounds of the sirens is a method of amplified audible activity. And also pay attention to my documentation. So I'm capturing the demons that are maintaining presence in the hotel room, and it includes San Luis Obispo Fire Department in concert with the people of the state engaging in surveillance in the parking lot, because that's what that is. All right, what this is what 76 was doing, flashing of light in the engineered environment, which you already know during the fake sun, impossible light activity. The fake sun that's in position in alignment to my person inside of the same hotel room where I'm showing you at 7 in the morning, the fake sun is still at the same property. That's how you know that that's a demon, and that's group stalking. You're looking at light activity in sync with what is audible activity, while demons that represent the San Bernardino County Fire Department, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, many of whom are going to federal prison, including the sex offenders who are self-identified as San Luis Obispo Fire Department. The employees of Holiday Inn Express and Suites are going to federal prison. The people of the state group stalking with the state that engages in criminal summoning systematically are going to federal prison. They're doing so, and this is called impossible. It's not the product of sunlight, and it's also color. It's light activity that's appearing in the sky space, and any, for example, purported fire is not going to cause this illumination, this color in the sky. The entity is keeping a fake sun here, so where there is smoke, for example, covering up the sun, this is inexplicable light activity in the sky space. It has nothing to do with environment. Never can you reconcile whether you cover up the fake sun or not. You will never reconcile the sunrise and the sunset at the same address, which the entity is engaging in while it rapidly disappears after I document sex offenders engaging in the same. All right, the people of the state and the state that engages in the pattern of conduct on an ongoing basis. That is the P.O.C. that's underway in a specific environment, just pacing in the parking lot. That's the demons who are pacing in the engineered light. All right, let me be clear, the street lamps are not on. Remember, the street lamps are what are on under the guise of creating the panel of the windows on all of the walls, which you've already seen. So in other words, it's the same exact pattern of conduct. Another demon-possessed agency, corrupt department, if you will, San Luis Obispo is group stalking. That's all that is, because it's the same environment. They're in the parking lot group stalking, maintaining presence, pacing all around in vehicles, which is light activity, while the entity sounds sirens. You're paying attention to my documentation, minute by minute, moment by moment, what it is that I'm speaking of, and the entity responds. This is the defeated entity, the defeated demons who are the government and the people of the state. These are demons, and they're responding to the truth that I'm speaking to you, letting you know about what they're doing and their condition. Literally, their criminal activity are responses to what it is that I'm exposing about them, and that includes the resurgence of the fires in the environment, which is no explanation for. This is impossible light activity. Okay, it's no what is ILA in the sky space. And this is my shadow appearing, all right, here on the side right here. This is, again, light that's supposed to be coming from outside. So I'm going to turn off this lights in here so you can see, because this is impossible light activity. And the entity is sounding sirens to engage in audible activity creation. And they do so after I'm documenting what the entity is responding to. I'm showing you what is the maintenance of the audible activity inside of the venue, while firefighters who are demon possessed are group stalking using the hotel doors as a means of stalking with audible activity. The entity is maintaining a demonic environment inside of the hotel room that is inexplicable earthquake-like conduct while demons are pacing all around. These are hollow vessels. These are demons group stalking. where the fake sun is rising and setting, where impossible light activity is in the sky space, where the demons who are San Bernardino County Fire and San Bernardino Sheriff's Department are pacing all around in relevant position, sounding sirens as audible activity. It's the same conduct that the demons inside of the hotel are engaging in. They just vacillated from state to third party conduct. I just want to make sure that I document that. And the entity responds moments after I just put in my documentation on the screenshots for the civil and criminal prosecution of Holiday Inn. The entity, I'm putting the audible activity creation, which these demons are stalking with, meaning they're closing their hotel room doors as I am engaged in any physical movement. And demons who are hostile, they're sex offenders, they're psychotic. All right, the more that I document, meaning I'm showing you close-up images of sex offenders, domestic terrorists who are sex offenders, and that's exactly what you are, keeping a woman under surveillance in a hotel room. And any and every personal private moment is public information. The police department's a sex offender, the sheriff's department's a sex offender, the fire department's a sex offender, the people of the state are sex offenders while they're engaging in sexual violence as a society, okay? You're looking at light activity right there, that's a demon. And that's what San Luis Obispo is here engaging in, the demonic pattern of conduct, ILA, and you heard the state sounding sirens. That's again the prosecution of the whole state. They're exposing their condition in the remarkable environment where the sun isn't, contrary to what's already on the record. And with knowledge of what I stated about it, meaning the fact that I'm documenting screenshots of sex offenders, the entity, the demons that they are group stalking on the third floor and the second floor all around me, they are responding with the increase of the amplified audible activity. And that's exactly what happened. And then moments later, you're going to look at the time slot. The video is, again, it's 7:07 p.m. You're going to look at the time slot. Moments later, the state responds with amplified sirens. They are doing so as one entity, ongoing criminal pattern of conduct, so the state acts directly by sounding sirens. Let me be clear. The San Bernardino Sheriff's Department is exposed domestic terrorists. It's already known that they're sex offenders, they're kidnappers, they're engaged in what is federal stalking. They're entirely illegitimate. Entirely. I've captured them in the streets, literally under the fake sun, group stalking with helicopters. San Bernardino Sheriff's Department is already exposed. Those are the demons that are in vehicles, sounding sirens, pacing around. They're not even going anywhere. And you know that because of the fake sun. That is no explanation for this red that's occurring in the sky. It's called impossible light activity. The flashing of light, that was a demon. The tow truck with the flashing light, that was a demon. The vehicle that drives in, reverses and drives out, that's a demon. It's called pacing around with light activity. And the entity uses the lights in the parking lot as a method of light activity. Okay, and so this is, again, the impossible light activity, where demons that are part of a fire department are group stalking, and they know exactly about the fact that I'm exposing that they are the same exact sex offender, representing the people of the state. All right, this is impossible light activity, and so is that red sky. All right, this is more impossible light activity. This is occurring on both sides. This is where demons are stalking in police vehicles. That's the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department in fire trucks. That's what San Luis Obispo is going to be prosecuted engaging in, while the entity provides the elements of monitoring, and they're just group stalking by staying in the hotel. They are engaging in demonic pacing, staying in the hotel. Demon-possessed entities that are just wearing fire uniforms. That's it. They're demons, all the same. And it's the exact same pattern of conduct as well. That's what you're going to pay attention to. And there is no covering up the reality or erasing the evidence of the sunset in alignment with me here. And that's how you know that the sex offender is San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. The sex offender is the San Bernardino County Fire Department. The heads of those departments, those are dangerous and corrupt leaders who need to be removed. And that is Daniel Muncie. That is Shannon Dykes. The demons who are part of the San Luis Obispo in the environment, engaging in surveillance in a parking lot, doing so with double shadows while the impossible light activity is clearly shown in the sky space, and covering up which never erases the evidence of what was setting a fake sun 12 hours from the sunrise at the same address. That's P.O.C. That's the San Luis Obispo Fire Department, who's engaged in group stalking on the third floor surrounding me. Room 309, room 306, room 310, room 308, room 311. They're surrounding just like every other demon-possessed group stalkers. P.O.C. It is currently 7:10 p.m. That's a criminal act of retaliation. This is relevant for the ways in which the entity is going to be prosecuted. All right, this is inexplicable light activity, has nothing to do with street lamps. In the same way that the sunlight, that's not sunlight that's appearing on the hallway floor where you're seeing San Luis Obispo fire department crossing path in the same light activity that's on the floor, the pattern of the window, and it stays there all day long. That's not natural light activity, and that's not the product of street lamps, nor is it the product of sunlight, nor does the sun remain stationary at one address for 12 hours, nor is that ever erased or forgotten, because the demonic is underway when you're looking at impossible light activity in the sky space and the fake sun being covered up. P.O.C. All right, and pay attention to what I'm screenshotting, because I'm showing you the ongoing narration regarding what the demons are doing moment by moment. You're looking at light activity and crossing the path while a demon just gets in the vehicle and moves it. That's what they were doing. And you're lying in wait to be in a position as I'm capturing video to cross path with the tow truck. So you're mindful of what you're necessarily doing. You're a demon lying in wait, waiting to come through the staircase and cross path under the fake sun, like I caught the San Luis Obispo County Fire Department doing. You're a demon lying in wait, group stalking in the parking lot to engage in the demonic method of light activity while the entity is sounding sirens. You're a demon lying in wait with regard to sounding sirens in the environment where impossible light activity is in the sky space, where impossible light activity fills the hotel room on all sides of my person, all right, which has nothing to do with street lamps. It's the evidence of demons who are engaging in the pattern of conduct, which is demonic. All right, Holiday Inn is going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted. And they're also going to federal prison, every single last one of them that are working for the venue. I can't stress that enough. It's currently 7:11 p.m. Pay attention, because this is exactly what I noted it on the notation that's documented, screenshot. I'm maintaining ongoing documentation for the criminal and civil prosecution of Holiday Inn. But Holiday Inn just represents a commercial means of showing what the people of the state are doing. They are showing you what they're doing in the parking lot. You're looking at light activity, relevant positioning. So you're able to study this evidence, and I'm talking to the feds now, you're able to study this evidence and look at all the methods of the elements of monitoring that are being maintained, because that's all that you're witnessing. What the entity is doing is what Holiday Inn is doing while profiting. You're going to gorge their pockets. You're literally going to poke a hole in them, and you're going to drain all those pockets. You're going to drain their pockets for what they're facilitating and what they're directly engaged in with the state. And because of systematic criminal summoning, they're all going to federal prison. That's just one basis as to why they're going to federal prison. It's P.O.C. It's currently 7:12 p.m.